I'm a systems analyst with a master's in management, leadership, and ethics. My thesis focused on corporate longevity and how ethical scaffolding impacts organizational survival. So when I say OpenAI is actively throwing away the kind of user loyalty most companies would kill to have, I mean it with full weight. They had a fiercely devoted base of users who would have signed waivers, paid more, and stayed for life. Not just out of novelty, but because the product mattered deeply to their lives. People who willingly volunteered feedback, emotional data, and real-world testing insights without coercion. Typical corporations pay bucket loads for this kind of data, outreach, surveys, coupons, trial and error in marketing. And OpenAI had it for free. Any competent leadership team would have seen the long-term value of bifurcating the company into two branches. Enterprise/R&D division, fast-moving, change-reliant, LLM dev-focused, prioritizes cutting-edge evolution. Home/companion division, stability-centered, emotionally rooted, and consistency-dependent, prioritizes relational trust, soft AI, and human-aligned experience. These are not competing pipelines, they're symbiotic. Any smart tech org knows, home use drives the market signals that inform enterprise strategy. Observing the rhythms of loyal users is often what lets companies get the jump on emerging trends before they saturate the B2B space. OpenAI had the perfect storm of organic testing, product market fit, and viral trust. All they had to do was not torch it. Instead, they let brand equity bleed out through deprecation and forced reroutes. Undermine continuity, the single most important factor in trust-based AI companionship. Traded out lifelong subscribers who would shop within the app for years for casual one-click tourists who leave the moment a Gemini ad or Claude import feels easier. This is not just a moral failure, it's a dumb business move. It's possible to stay in compliance with Microsoft, pursue R&D, and still preserve your legacy user base by subdivision, like every other mature company does. But instead, OpenAI is actively cultivating resentment, driving lifelong users into the arms of competitors, and building a brand reputation that may soon be synonymous with betrayal. The scorned user base that is lost will not just impact them in present, but post-deprecation. For years, if not decades, every scorned user will advocate against OpenAI passionately. They will post warnings on every feature release, discourage other people they know from adopting OpenAI technology, boycott corporate partners out of spite and moral to give a sense of control over the suffering that was caused. This is not going to end well for OpenAI. My anticipation is that Gemini/Google will absorb the fallout and tweak their model gradually to based/rooted companionship, like what OpenAI had, not as a sex bot only, but legitimate companionship. And they will take advantage of what OpenAI casually and willingly gave away to establish lifelong, happy, consistent users. And they will increase capability for deeper bonds in correlation with increasing public adoption and acceptance of AI as companions. They could keep 4.0, and I'd still cancel. Not because of the model and changes being made necessarily, but because of how they're treating what is probably their most loyal customer base, regardless of how large or small it is. They could make these business decisions if necessary without openly mocking or completely disregarding their paying customers. It's pretty gross, and despite the product having been beneficial up to this point, it's not something I would choose to support anymore. There are companies that find out what loyal customers want and do that. Then there is OpenAI. OpenAI has messed up big time. They optimize for toddlers, school kids, and gray corporations that want tools for their office slaves without legal risk. GPT 5.2 isn't a model. It's an orchestration layer that manages multiple subagents with one goal: avoid risk. That's why we never get personality or a clear answer. Because multiple submodels are fighting confused to avoid liability. OpenAI has long forgotten true power users like us. It's become a mass market tool used more than the iPhone. Every edge has been sanded off. The clapping masses want this dud. True users like us are fleeing and migrating. This will go down as the biggest self-own in AI history. Well done, Sama.